some marketing here and everything and whatnot. Who knows? But I mean, they've shown up to put some money down. It's a hell of a deal. They get 3 training sessions. They get the gym membership. The gym has 0 to gain from the way things stand, but you guys have everything to gain because you know if you're not full of clients now, you freaking better be after this because we'll be able to throw this shit around. However, we need more backup, and this is a great time to get people ready to start off new trainers. So if this all works out, we can get on there very frequently. It'd be an amazing way to start off new guys, and they can practice like you guys. It would be nice to have you guys practice the first 3 days over and over and over and over and see that. And until you get through. Few of you in here have had the opportunity to do this yet, but through the entire 3 phases and see the standard version of phase 1, 2, and 3 and over and through and why it makes sense and how the JTLC applies to that, does it really start clicking? All the way down to the basic posture hold and you name it. So that would have been a great situation, but really it shouldn't necessarily be testing with the real deal with clients. So I'd like to go about that in another way. But long story short, you get the point, and that's what we're really going to focus on now because we need to capitalize on this. That's 54 potential clients. How many training clients do we have now? About 80?
Training clients were 85.
That could substantially change things in a couple weeks if this goes well. So we're not going to take this lightly whatsoever, and I'm going to be a mean motherfucking furious bastard about these because we need to close all these. Every person that shows up is the most amazing 3 days of their life. And if you think I'm kidding 1 inch, I'm showing you a video in a little bit, which is exactly what the business model is about, and it's proof in the pudding, and why I have such high respect for Sean and what he does, you know, with all the complaints I can throw out there. But you will see exactly this client's expression of her experience here. She never plans to quit. She doesn't get, her and her husband both chunk out over, I don't know what it is, a couple, $1,500 or something a month to do this. It's not a cheap investment, so a lot of people find reasons to not come back or buy, etc. and whatnot. But you know, it's just kind of unacceptable. So that's why this system's coming together. We have the forum there. We got all the resources available. And to go back to Liz's thing last night, you know, me being busy, I'm going to have a million things to do. I could lock myself in this room for 10 years and still, and I'm going to come with more things I can do better in the process and never run out of shit to do. Lock me in jail, I'm going to have something to do for the rest of my life. But that's why I put the box out there. That's why the forum's coming together. There's ways to do it, and that's hard. We all have our own schedules. We're all busy. I'd rather you be on time for your client than come ask a question that's going to make you late. So that I understand all that. So that's why this is going to be a great tool to help us stay on the same page. That's why I try to audit like that, write those notes. But you know, catch me whenever you can so we can stay on the same page and communicate, because there are a lot of things that can be done better. Now, let's go out there first, and I'm going to give you a good example of what it means firsthand, so you can feel the pain of, we're not going to do limit this, don't worry, of halving something or making, or scaling something to make it work. So you see in the boot camp stuff, those reps, you cannot possibly make such an elaborate setup to make those reps. The workouts, the weight training workouts, yes, that works almost universally unless you have severe problems. But the boot camp is all over the place to where I don't expect anyone to just come through and ace all those. No way whatsoever. So when I say half the volume, when I say we're going to do something for 10 minutes in a second, I mean we're only going to do 5 minutes of it because I'm a nice guy and I'd rather see how 5 minutes go. But next time we're probably going to go 10 minutes. We're going to do this probably every meeting as long as we can. And we're going to go do something for 5 minutes. I'm halving it so you understand why that makes sense. And also know that I've never had a client do that I can think of anything that I've never done myself first. Ever. I will come in here and try it out and test it out first just so I know what it feels like, looks like, how it should go, yada, yada, yada. Same thing goes here. I've already done this before several times, understand the pros, the cons. So just how to think even simplistically as a trainer on something that Ann talks about over and over is just knowing how hard to push, knowing when to back off, and she would never go do any of this stuff without Sean. That's exactly the point. It's sort of what's going on here. So knowing the limits of how hard to push, but being progressive. She worked with a trainer before for 3 months and you got nowhere. It was not the same experience. We have a progression scheme and we're pushing the envelope. We're not crazy meatheads where we just kill, but there's a difference in the fine line. So let's go do it. Let's come back in here.
Okay, I think it's
this has to be on video.
Oh, I think it would kill me.
Probably.